Have you ever woken up and felt like your home was already working against you? The dishes are stacked, the floors feel cluttered, and instead of peace, you're greeted by stress. For many seniors, that sense of overwhelm in the morning doesn't start with the sunrise. It starts the night before. Studies from the National Institute on Aging confirm what many already feel. A clean, well-organized home can reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and even lower the risk of falls after 60. It's not about scrubbing floors or staying up late doing chores. It's about using a few calm, intentional habits that make your space work for you. In this video, you'll discover 7 nightly habits that countless older adults use to wake up to a home that feels tidy, safe, and peaceful. From setting the right lighting to creating a gentle routine corner, these habits are simple, practical, and proven to work. So, if you're ready to sleep better and wake up to a cleaner, calmer house, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which habit you already use or plan to start tonight. You're not alone. We're in this together. Habit 1. The 5-minute reset rule in every room. It's the end of the day. Dinner dishes are done, the evening news has finished, and maybe the recliner still holds the warmth of your back. The house is quiet now, and your eyes are heavy. Most nights it feels easier to simply leave things as they are. To let the throw blanket stay on the floor, the newspaper lie open on the table, or the bathroom towel rest half folded on the counter. You tell yourself, I'll get to it in the morning. And yet the morning always brings more than you expect. A phone call, stiff joints, unexpected errands, and suddenly what could have taken 5 minutes the night before feels like a chore. That's the reason many seniors skip this simple reset routine. Not out of laziness, but out of exhaustion. Life slows down, but the day's weight can still feel heavy by sundown. You may think it's harmless to leave things be, but the truth is, small bits of disorder add up fast, especially when you're trying to start your morning feeling fresh. Here's what happens when you take just 5 minutes to reset each space: your kitchen, your living room, your bathroom. The very next morning, you wake up and walk into a space that feels clear, open, and already welcoming. There's no clutter nagging at your mind, no need to dodge a slipper in the hallway, and no surprise mess pulling your attention. That feeling, that first breath of ease, can set the tone for your entire day. Over time, this habit becomes a foundation. According to the CDC, maintaining a clutter-free environment significantly lowers the risk of falls in older adults, especially during nighttime bathroom trips or early morning movements. With 1 in 4 seniors experiencing a fall each year, this simple nightly habit isn't just about cleanliness. It's about safety and peace of mind. And peace, for many of us, has become a priority greater than perfection. Let me tell you about Edna. She's 76 and lives alone in a 2-bedroom apartment in Milwaukee. She used to dread mornings, especially in winter. The mess from the night before, coffee mugs, scatter rugs, magazines, made her feel stuck before she even had her first cup of tea. One day, after a minor fall tripping over a footstool, her granddaughter suggested a 5-minute reset rule. Edna was skeptical, but she tried. That night, she put the remote in its tray, folded her throw, and cleared off the kitchen counter. The next morning, something shifted. She said it felt like walking into a soft breeze, nothing in her way, nothing weighing on her. So what does this look like in practice? Before bed, you pause in each main room. In the kitchen, wipe the counters and push in the chairs. In the living room, fold blankets and return the remote. In the bathroom, hang up the towel and close the cabinet. It doesn't need to be perfect, just reset. That's it. Less than 5 minutes per space. And if bending or reaching is difficult, use a reacher or simply focus on what's eye level and easy to access. If memory is a concern, set a gentle reminder on your phone or write a note on the fridge. You don't have to do it all, just what you can. For those with joint pain or limited energy, consider sitting down to do parts of the reset. Use baskets or trays to gather items quickly so you're not walking back and forth. If you have a caregiver or live-in partner, make it a shared routine. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what helps you tomorrow. Because here's the truth. When you take those 5 minutes for yourself, you're sending a powerful message. You matter. Your comfort matters. Your peace matters. This isn't just a cleaning habit, it's a kindness habit. You're creating a space that supports you gently every day. And in the morning, when the sun peeks through and you step into your living room, you won't see tasks. You'll see calm. You'll feel light. And you'll begin your day in a home that already feels like it's holding you with care. Habit 2. Empty the sink. Wipe down the kitchen. The night winds down. Maybe you've enjoyed a warm cup of tea or caught up on your favorite show. The lights are soft, the house is still, and your body begins to ask for rest. It's tempting in this quiet hour to leave the dishes behind. After all, it's just a few plates in the sink, a pan or two on the stove, and some crumbs on the counter. Tomorrow is another day and you'll deal with it then, right? Many seniors feel the same. After dinner, energy levels drop. You've already done enough for the day. What's one more dish, one more crumb? But it's exactly this small habit, often skipped, that silently builds stress in the background. When you wake up and see a messy kitchen, it can feel like your day starts with a weight, not with calm. That cluttered space isn't just physical, it pulls at your focus and steals a bit of your peace. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine stepping into your kitchen in the morning and being greeted by a clean sink, a wiped-down counter, and the fresh smell of stillness. There's nothing demanding your attention. You can make your coffee without juggling pans or moving clutter. This small change, the decision to clear the sink and wipe the surfaces, transforms your first few minutes of the day. It creates a moment of relief, not responsibility. Over time, it does more than just tidy your space. It clears your mind. According to guidance from the FDA, food particles and unwashed dishes left overnight can harbor bacteria, increase odors, and even attract pests. For older adults who are more vulnerable to foodborne illness, this seemingly minor step has real health benefits. A clean kitchen at night is a quiet act of self-protection. Let's talk about Samuel, 81, from Nebraska. After losing his wife, he struggled with daily routines. His sink would pile up, and mornings became overwhelming. One day, his son gently suggested a routine: clean the kitchen before bed. Samuel resisted at first, thinking it was silly, but he tried. He rinsed his plate, loaded the dishwasher, wiped the table. It took less than 10 minutes. The next morning, he said it felt like someone had left him a gift. Now it's his ritual, and he rarely misses it. To make it manageable, keep it simple. After dinner, rinse or stack the dishes. If you use a dishwasher, load and run it. Wipe counters with a soft cloth. If needed, do it in short bursts. Clear one section, then rest. Use tools with ergonomic grips if arthritis makes certain movements hard. If memory is a concern, place a note by the sink or a small timer on your counter as a reminder. For those who live alone, play calming music while you do it. Make the task feel gentle, not forced. This habit isn't about being tidy for others. It's about making your morning easier, your space healthier, and your life a little lighter. When you wake up and find your kitchen already calm, you start the day on your terms. You remind yourself that even the smallest choices you make the night before can shape how you feel the next day. And that's a powerful kind of peace. Habit 3, declutter high traffic zones, especially walkways. It's late. You've turned off the television, maybe had your glass of water, and are making your way toward the bedroom. The lights are dim, and the house is quiet. But as you pass through the living room or hallway, you notice a pair of shoes left out, a folded walker by the door, or even a stack of newspapers at your feet. It doesn't seem like much. You think to yourself, I'll deal with that tomorrow. That thought feels harmless, yet in the stillness of early morning or the middle of the night, those same small objects become obstacles. For many older adults, clearing these pathways gets skipped, not because they don't care, but because the day has taken its toll. After dinner, after medications, after a long conversation with a loved one, or even just sitting with your own thoughts, energy is low. What feels manageable in the morning can seem like too much at night, but that's exactly when it matters most. The benefit of taking a few moments to clear high traffic areas before bed isn't just about neatness, it's about peace and protection. When you wake up and walk through your home in the morning, every step feels steady. There's nothing To step over or around, nothing pulling at your attention or putting you at risk. It gives you confidence, clarity, and calm, and in the long run, it does more than you might think. Research shows that falls are one of the leading causes of injury among seniors, especially in familiar environments like the home. But many of these falls can be prevented with small adjustments, starting with a clear path. By keeping walkways free of clutter like books, laundry baskets, or pet toys, you make your home safer without even breaking a sweat. Let me tell you about Mr. Tomlin, a 79-year-old retired postman in Georgia. After a minor fall that left him with a bruised hip, his doctor suggested home safety changes. He didn't want to spend money on big renovations, so he made one small shift. He started picking up before bed. Just 10 minutes to gather up loose shoes, move the walker to one side and fold his small rug. Within weeks, his confidence in walking around his home returned. He even said that clearing his walkway at night helped him clear his mind. Before bed, too. If you'd like to build this habit, keep it simple. Each night, check the paths from your bed to the bathroom, kitchen, and front door. That's it. Move small items to the side, push in chairs, or place things in a basket until morning. No heavy lifting, no bending needed. If reaching down is tough, use a light grabber or ask a loved one to help. And if memory is an issue, put a small sticky note on your bedroom door. Clear my path. For those with joint pain or who use a walker or cane, spacing becomes even more important. Don't wait until morning when your balance is stiff or groggy. Do it when your body is warmer, your focus is sharper. This habit isn't about making your home look perfect. It's about waking up and knowing that your space is working with you, not against you. That when you take your first few steps each morning, they're steady, sure, and stress-free. Because safety is dignity, and you deserve both. Habit 4. Do a quick fridge check for spoiled food. It's the final quiet moment of the night. The television is off, your teeth are brushed, and you're almost ready to pull the blanket up and rest. But on the way to the bedroom, you pause at the refrigerator to grab a bottle of water. You open the door and catch a faint smell. Something sour, not strong, but unpleasant. You think about it for a second, wrinkle your nose, then close the door. It's late and you're tired. You tell yourself you'll check it tomorrow. For many older adults, this small moment plays out night after night. Because after a long day, it's easy to skip tasks that seem minor. The fridge becomes a space. Far later, but that small habit, ignoring what's inside, can quietly affect how you start your next morning. The truth is, waking up to a fridge that smells clean and only holds fresh food creates a subtle but powerful shift. You're more likely to make a healthy breakfast, reach for something nutritious, and feel more in control of your space. But beyond convenience, this nightly check serves an even greater purpose. According to the USDA, seniors are more vulnerable to foodborne illness because their immune system weakens with age, and spoiled or expired food in the fridge, especially leftovers pushed to the back, can become dangerous without warning signs. By doing a quick inspection of one shelf or drawer before bed, you protect your health, your home environment, and your peace of mind. Let me share the story of Diane, a 74-year-old retired nurse living in Indiana. Diane always believed she had a strong stomach, and for years she didn't worry about the sniff test. But after a mild case of food poisoning from expired deli meat, her doctor advised a simple solution. Do a quick fridge scan nightly. Now she includes it in her wind-down routine. She glances through one shelf, tosses anything suspicious, wipes any spills with a paper towel, and makes sure her milk and eggs are within date. It takes her less than 2 minutes. Since then, not only has she avoided getting sick, but she also says breakfast has become her favorite time of day because her fridge feels ready and welcoming. You don't need to overhaul your kitchen or clean the entire fridge at night. Just open the door and scan one small section. If anything looks or smells off, wrap it up and throw it away. If you have difficulty with eyesight, try placing items with expiration dates in a clear front-facing bin for easier viewing. And if mobility is limited, focus only on what's within easy reach. No bending or stretching needed. For those living with memory challenges, keeping a simple checklist on the fridge door can be a helpful cue. This habit isn't about being perfect. It's about choosing safety and comfort in a quiet, gentle way. You're making sure that tomorrow starts with a kitchen that respects your health. You're honoring your body with care and awareness. And when you open that fridge the next morning and see only clean, safe choices, it feels like your day has already begun on the right foot. Clean food, clear space, calm mind. It's a small habit, but one with big rewards. Habit 5. Prep A. Calm corner for your morning routine. The evening is winding down. You've turned off the lights in most of the house, brushed your teeth, and your robe feels warm from the dryer. Everything is slowing, and you're about to head to bed. But then, as you pass through the living room or by a quiet corner near the window, something feels off. There's no place set aside that welcomes you for the next morning. No soft landing spot to sit and breathe before the day begins. Most people over 60 don't think to create a morning space the night before. We focus so much on getting ready for sleep that we forget how much our start matters too. Often, the morning feels like it rushes in before we're ready. We wake up, fumble for coffee, or scramble for our glasses or medication. That scattered start can shape the entire day. But when you prepare a calm corner before bed, you're giving your future self a gentle gift. Imagine waking up, walking slowly into your living room and sitting in your favorite chair. The morning sun pours in, your water bottle is waiting, your devotional book or crossword puzzle is right where you left it. You're not reacting to the day, you're stepping into it with presence. Creating that routine anchor gives your mind a place to settle. According to mental health researchers, seniors with a consistent morning routine have better emotional balance, fewer mood swings, and report feeling more in control of their daily lives. A calm corner, no matter how small, offers a reliable starting point. It helps rewire the brain for focus, peace, and even gratitude. Take Mr. Allen, 82, from Northern California. A retired science teacher, Allen lives alone after his wife passed 3 years ago. He used to wake up and immediately turn on the news, feeling anxious before he even finished breakfast. One evening, his daughter suggested he build a small space just for himself, a calm, simple place to begin the day. Now every night before bed, Allen places a clean glass of water on a coaster, arranges his Bible and reading glasses on the side table, and folds a soft blanket over the arm of his chair. The next morning, instead of being pulled by headlines or distractions, he sits quietly, breathes deeply, and reads. That space gives him a sense of calm control that carries into the rest of his day. If you want to try this, start small. Choose a chair you love, a cozy spot near a window, or even a corner of the kitchen table. Set out 1 or 2 items that matter to you: a book, your journal, your hearing aids, or your medication reminder. If you use a breathing device or mobility aid, make sure it's fully charged and within reach. And if you have vision or mobility challenges, keep your path to the corner well lit and free from obstacles. Use soft lighting or night lights to guide your way safely. This habit is less about the things and more about the energy. You're creating a quiet ritual that says, I deserve to begin gently. I deserve to take my time. You're not rushing. You're not reacting. You're responding to the day with presence because you've made space for it. And when tomorrow comes and you sit in that chair with your favorite drink or your hands resting on your lap, you'll remember that peace doesn't always come from silence. Sometimes it comes from preparation, and it starts the night before. Habit 6. Set the right lighting before bed. As night falls and the house begins to quiet, there's a familiar rhythm to getting ready for sleep. The television is turned off, slippers are tucked near the bed, and maybe a favorite book is placed on the nightstand. But as you walk through the hallway or into the bathroom, bright overhead lights flick on, sharp and jarring. You squint, your body startled by the sudden glare. It's a common experience for many seniors, and one that often goes unnoticed. We think of lighting as functional, something we don't need to adjust. But as we age, our eyes become more sensitive and our sleep patterns more fragile. Yet most people don't think about the kind of light they use at night until it begins to interfere with their rest. This simple oversight, leaving harsh lights on or using mismatched bulbs, can quietly disrupt your body's ability to wind down. On the other hand, Setting soft, intentional lighting before bed can signal your mind and body that it's time to rest. When you wake up in the middle of the night to use the restroom or get a drink of water, warm, low light keeps your nervous system calm. It doesn't shock your brain awake. Instead, it lets you move through your home gently and safely. Studies from the Sleep Foundation show that warm light, especially bulbs with a color temperature around 2700 K, supports melatonin production and better sleep in older adults. That means better rest, fewer nighttime disruptions, and a smoother transition into morning. Let's take the example of George, a 77-year-old widower living in North Carolina. George always left his kitchen light on overnight, just in case. He needed to get up, but he noticed it made it harder to fall asleep and that he often woke feeling groggy. After a conversation with his doctor, he changed his bulbs to warm-toned LED lights and added motion sensor night lights in the hallway and bathroom. It wasn't a huge change, but he now says he falls asleep faster, stays asleep longer, and doesn't feel disoriented when he wakes up. For George, adjusting the light wasn't about design, it was about dignity, about respecting his rest. If you'd like to build this habit, it can be done in just a few minutes before bed. Begin by dimming overhead lights at least an hour before sleep. Replace cool white bulbs with warm or amber ones, especially in the bedroom, bathroom, and living areas. Use lamps with shades that soften the glow. Install small plug-in nightlights along walkways and near stairs. If you have vision concerns, make sure those lights are motion-activated or placed at floor level for easy guidance. For those with arthritis or limited reach, opt for lights with a remote control or smart plugs. This habit is not about aesthetics. It's about easing your body into rest and giving yourself a safe, quiet way to move through the night. Lighting is not just visual, it's emotional. The right kind of glow can quiet the mind and relax the heart. When you wake up in a softly lit room that's peaceful, your day begins with stillness, not strain. You deserve that kind of beginning. You deserve to move through your space in a way that honors rest and welcomes the new day with grace. Habit 7. Write a mental clear-out list. It's the end of a long day. The room is quiet, the covers are turned down, and you're finally lying in bed. But instead of falling asleep, your mind starts to wander. You think about the doctor's appointment next week. You wonder if you left the stove on. You remember that phone call you forgot to return. It's a familiar feeling for many older adults. Even when the body is tired, the mind often keeps spinning. And that silent swirl of thoughts can leave you lying awake, staring at the ceiling, or waking up multiple times during the night. Writing things down before bed sounds simple, but most people dismiss it. They think it won't make a difference. Or they assume it's only for people who journal, so they let the thoughts pile up, quietly, restlessly, until they overflow into the night. But here's what happens when you pause and put those thoughts on paper. You give your brain permission to rest. You don't have to hold it all in. You don't have to remember everything or solve every problem before you close your eyes. Instead, you transfer the weight from your mind onto the page, and the next morning you wake up without that lingering fog. You feel lighter, more focused, and a little more grounded. According to the Mayo Clinic, seniors who write down concerns or to-dos before bed fall asleep faster and experience fewer disruptions throughout the night. It's a small nightly practice that leads to deeper rest and greater mental clarity, something we all crave as we age. Take Gloria, for example. She's 73 and lives with her cat Jasper in a quiet neighborhood in Ohio. Gloria used to wake up 3 or 4 times a night. Her thoughts always had somewhere to go, and they took her with them. One evening, her neighbor mentioned she had started a brain dump routine. Gloria was skeptical, but she gave it a try. She wrote down 3 things that were bothering her, folded the paper and put it on her nightstand. That night, she only woke up once. Now it's part of her routine. She calls it her evening unload. It's helped her rest better and start her days with more ease. To try this habit, keep a notepad and pen near your bed. Each night, write down a few things, a worry, a reminder, or even a prayer. Fold the page or close the notebook to signal closure. Don't worry about spelling or structure. This isn't about writing well, it's about sleeping well. If arthritis makes writing difficult, consider using a small digital recorder or voice memo app. And if memory is a concern, keep the notebook visible on your nightstand as a cue. This small act reminds you that you don't have to carry everything with you into sleep. You're allowed to let it go, even if just until morning. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. You've lived long enough to know that some things can wait. That rest is not earned by worry, but by release. And when you rise in the morning and that notebook is still there, you'll find that the world didn't fall apart without you. It waited. And now, with a rested mind and a calm heart, you're ready to begin again. As you've seen, the most peaceful mornings don't begin with sunrise, they begin the night before. These 7 nightly habits, simple as they may seem, are rooted in real experience and trusted by seniors who want a home that feels calm, safe, and easy to wake up in. From decluttering walkways to softening your lighting, from preparing a peaceful morning corner to clearing your mind before bed, each small step builds momentum toward a better life after 60. You don't need to do them all at once. Choose one. Start tonight, and let yourself feel the difference when you rise tomorrow with clarity instead of chaos. According to aging experts and organizations like the National Institute on Aging, small routines like these help reduce anxiety, support better sleep, and lower your risk of nighttime accidents. And just as important, they restore something we all need: control. You're not reacting to your home, you're guiding it. So which of these nightly habits do you already use, or which one do you plan to try? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to learn from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more practical, peaceful tips designed just for you.